William Ruto is currently in Meru County, where he has taken his 2027 presidential campaigns and is expected to tour all the Meru County constituencies. Already has made some remarks that I want us to have a look at here, for they are going to form the basis of our analysis right now. This is the administration that has a deliberate plan to create jobs in Kenya. Our housing plan already employs 130,000 people in Kenya. Ruto made those remarks today in Meru. I don't know whether these are real numbers or Ruto is just throwing some random numbers which cannot be substantiated. He's saying the housing plan has employed 130,000 Kenyans on permanent basis or what, or on casual basis. And can the jobs be sustained? After the housing units will be done, what next? And also he made these remarks. When I got into office, I found a debt stretching all the way to New York. The previous regime enjoyed reggae till they forgot about repaying debts. I have now completed that task. If I wouldn't have done that, Kenya would have been put on auction. He made those remarks at the same time. I want us to dig deep into all that for Kenyans to understand where the truth is. These are things we've been discussing on a daily basis, but now that Ruto keeps on repeating them, we must still explain the truth to Kenyans. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Where is the truth in all this, ladies and gentlemen? In this forum, we don't beat about the bush. We say the truth as it is without fear or favor. Where is the truth here? Ruto has been in power for over 1 year, 6 months. He's still blaming the previous government, a government that he was also part of as a deputy president for 10 years. I'm seeing this as a William Ruto strategy to pass blame. He does not want to accept that he has failed to deliver, so he wants to keep on passing blame. And I won't be wrong to state that if he will be lucky to reach 2027, in the year 2027, he'll still be blaming the previous regime. So this is his strategy, not to accept that he has failed. And he's saying that he got debts stretching to New York. When Uhuru and William Ruto came to power in 2013, they got a debt of 1.8 trillion. That's where Kibaki had left it in 2013. By the time Uhuru Kenyatta was leaving power in 2022, after 10 years, Kenya's debt was about 8.6 trillion Kenya shillings. And that means that in 10 years, Uhuru borrowed 6.8 trillion Kenya shillings. In 10 years. In just slightly over 1 year, William Ruto has borrowed over 4 trillion Kenya shillings. So which debt is he talking about that he has cleared? If anything, he's borrowing more than any other president that has ruled Kenya. And it's also projected that by June this year, the Kenya's debt will be hitting 13 trillion, courtesy to William Ruto's appetite to borrow. Let's have a look at this. However, the country also faces significant challenges in managing its public debt, which has increased rapidly in recent years. According to the latest data from the Central Bank of Kenya (CBK), the total public debt stood at shillings 10.2 trillion as of June 2023, compared to Kenya shillings 8.6 trillion recorded in June 2022. So Uhuru left it when it was around 8.6. A confirmation that Uhuru borrowed about 6.8 trillion in 10 years. In just 1 year, Ruto has borrowed over 4 trillion. And just as I've explained, in June this year, the debt will be hitting 13 trillion. 13 trillion, that is 69 billion US dollars that had been projected for June 2024, mirroring the faster than expected accumulation of public debt and borrowing. The split of Kenya's public debt stands in favor of external borrowing. So you are getting that Ruto is borrowing more than any other government. In fact, he has broken the record on borrowing. And on the same point, he's saying, I have now completed the task. I wouldn't have done that, Kenya would have been put on auction. We still remember last year Ruto promised that by December last year, Kenya's government could have paid its first installment on Eurobond. If you look at today's dailies, which we'll dissect in our next videos, it's most likely that the government might default on Eurobond payment. There is that fear that it can default. So you are seeing that Ruto is just lying to Kenyans and is doing it with impunity. And I still maintain Ruto might not be okay. He might not be mentally sound. Basing my arguments on what he has been doing and what he has been saying. This man is talking the exact opposite of what he's doing and what his government is doing. Something is not just adding up, ladies and gentlemen. And also, he said, this is the administration that has a deliberate plan to create jobs in Kenya. He's saying that his government has a deliberate plan to create jobs in Kenya. While at the same time, we are seeing a president disparate exporting Kenyans outside. This is another contradiction. He's actually contradicting himself. I don't know what is wrong with him. He's always contradicting himself, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe something is not adding up here. There is a problem. So, in a nutshell, Ruto has no strategy. The same strategy has been selling upon coming to power, that we inherited empty coffers. That is still his strategy. And it's good that maybe he does not know that now Kenyans understand that is just lying to them. Any Kenyan who still believes what Ruto is saying, that's a candidate for a mental hospital. And going forward, Kenyans should not take Ruto seriously. He'll just be repeating all this in his rallies. You are now seeing he's in Meru campaigning for 2027 instead of sitting in his office to deliver. He is on car rooftops campaigning for 2027, but he has not even achieved what he promised Kenyans. This is interesting. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis.